Now, if we look at our view, you'll see that now we see the buttons that are going to represent for each of our sections, right? The only thing that we're noticing right now is that they're blue. And again, we're using SF symbols because we don't have the exact images that TikTok actually used. So to get rid of the blue coloring though, like we did in previous videos, at the end of our button view, we're going to add a modifier, and this is going to be dot button style, and we're going to do dot plain. And now if we look at our preview, you'll see that it is now all the buttons are now black. So similar to how they have it on TikTok, right? I'll zoom in a bit more so you can see that better. And now if we go back down and I'll scroll up here, what we're gonna do is, the other thing is that under each button, there is basically a line under it so that you can know which one is selected. So to make sure that this works, what we're gonna do is, you see the button that we just added here? So let's just select it. And we're gonna do some really quick. We're just gonna do Command X and cut it for now. And then we're gonna do a V stack. And then we're gonna do Command V and paste back the button that we had. So same everything, it looks the same. The only difference that we're gonna do now is to add the line under our button. And know that it's inside a V stack, you know, everything will go vertically down. So right after our button, we're gonna add a new view, and this will be a rectangle. And now if we just add the rectangle in like this, it won't know how high you want the rectangle. So if we look at the preview, you see that it goes all the way down. Like we have the buttons here still, but the rectangle is like going all the way down. We don't want it that high or tall, whatever you want to say. So to fix this, we're going to go to our rectangle view here, and we're going to add a new modifier to it. We'll say dot frame and specify that we want to modify the height parameter. I will just set the height to 2. And now if we scroll this up and look much more at our preview, you'll see that now each section has a line under it, which is closer to what we want, but not exactly. We want to make it that when only the section that's highlighted have the line under it, right? So let's minimize this again. Let's minimize the preview for a second there. And now what we're going to do is basically we have to add some more logic. So we want to make it that whenever we click on a button, that is the tab that gets selected. So to do this, we want a value that can change. And because we're inside this thing called a struct, it's kind of restrictive on how much you can change a variable in here. But there